When you look at a globe in which there are many thousands of religions, in our society 250 denominations, 1,200 entries in a U.S. encyclopedia, 25,000 separate Christian denominations in the world. When you look at that and know the same thing goes on in the other religions too, you say, oh, I'm pooped, I'm tired, I can't even think about it. And so the great temptation is to say, since they have some things in common, maybe there are no differences at all. Maybe they're all one big thing. I'm among those who do believe there are certain strivings that are similar. I believe that most religions, for example, have a heavy investment in human dignity, in the worth of the person. They may disagree about whether you can have an abortion because does the fetus have these rights? But in that very argument, we're paying respect to the notion of human dignity. There's a sense of the sacred. You can get into arguments about that. I chaired a session once where the Pope's delegate said, well, at least these 22 religions can agree on God. And somebody said no, that there is a God. And Michio Araki from Japan said, no. Well, then couldn't we call it the sacred? If you put a capital S there, then you're back where capital G would be. We think they're sacred shrines, sacred moments, but not the sacred. But I do think that they all aspire to setting aside times, places, kinds of events where you have awe in front of the other. There are such things. But the life of religions, the maw and craw and fun of them, comes in their particular ways of dealing with any of this. Philosopher George Santayana early in the last century once said that religion is like it's a set of rooms, and when you walk in, whilst you are there, it's different than another room. Each has its own story with marked idiosyncrasies, and that's what gives life to them. Thus, I'm a Christian, and the story of Jesus and the manger and death and resurrection just does not ring at all in the Muslim world, which respects Jesus. And then I will go to Israel, and I will see on the hill, a sacred shrine, here's the place from which Muhammad's horse took off for his visit into heaven. It doesn't move me at all. It looks like a strange story. It sure animates Muslims. So I think these are the places where we get our handles on the deeper things. I don't think that there's one religion. I don't think the world is becoming one in religion. I think religions can become friendlier, and often do. We have common understandings, common causes, but on the long pull, I have to agree with Thomas Mann, the world has many centers, and religions belong to the villages and the cities, and it's very hard to picture them blurring into one.